everybody, welcome back. Actually, I've never filmed a video, so that's embarrassing. Welcome. This is my first makeup video. I've always wanted to make a makeup video on YouTube, but really just like so scared of what people would say that I just never did it. I told myself, you know what, like just do it, film it, edit, upload it. If people like it, great. If they don't, great.
That is my answer.
I couldn't go through life not knowing, what would it be like to go through the process of the YouTube video stuff, and I just kind of decided to do it. I've learned a lot of tips and tricks from other YouTube beauty gurus, and I kind of wanted to just kind of combine what I've learned, all the mistakes I've made, what works with my face might not work for your face, but trying to give you the best advice. And I'm always learning, and I always want to give you the best advice. So I hope you like this video. Let's get started with it. Number one thing I would tell most people before you start your makeup is to wash your face and then moisturize. You're more than welcome to exfoliate and then moisturize. I usually exfoliate whenever I do my makeup because it does make my skin feel really soft. Your pores are clean and they're ready to fill it with all this little gunk. We are going to then start with, after we let our moisturizer just simmer down. That made no sense. I usually start with Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. Looks like this, and I usually do a little dollop size. Think about that much. And what I usually do is I like to tap it on both fingers. I like to press it into my skin like this. So I'm pressing it into my pores. Instead of rubbing it, pressing it is actually packing your pores, which is the point of this primer, is to minimize your pores. Focus it on your T-zone. And your T-zone is here, here, and here, because it makes a T. A T! And then I usually take Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. The clear one looks like this. And then what we're going to do is we're going to squirt a little bit. I kind of pat the rest of my primer. You're going to see that I pat a lot with my makeup. Rubbing makeup is the opposite thing you should do because you're moving it around to places that you don't want it to move around. Then I take my MAC Prep and Prime. Beep, beep, beep. And then I prep my skin after I've just patted on this. I usually start my brows and my eye. Totally up to you. This is how I like to do my makeup. This is the routine I like to do. I've done foundation first and then eyes, and I just found it easier to do eyes first. Letting in all of these products soak into those pores, let it get to where it's gotta get while you work on your eyes. So we are going to film our eyebrows. I just use the Wet n Wild retractable brow pencil in medium brown. It's 627A. It looks like this. It's got a spoolie on the end, and it's got a twistable, like this kind of shape. And you always want to just comb out your eyebrows, and then you want to start filling them in. I like to do light strokes like this. I'm not doing lines because your eyebrow is not one giant line. Oh, that's embarrassing. I don't fill mine in like everyone else. Kind of do a little more natural. Follow my natural shape. Kind of brush it out to make it a little more natural again. It's just pretty much filling it in so it looks like I have a fuller brow. I'm going to do the other one off camera, so I'll be right back. Ta-da! Brows are done. Some people are a little intimidated by brows, and that's okay. I never used to fill in my brows because I was like, what if I mess up? What if it looks weird? What if I do too much? Makeup is all about experimenting. Try it out. If you don't like it, rub it off. It's not permanent, but it really actually does pull it all together once we have everything on. So after I do my brows, I usually put primer on my eye. So you can use Tarte Shape Tape. This is a concealer. Another primer you can use. It's the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. My favorite. It's thick. I wet my beauty spongeur. Beauty blender sponge. Wow, that was really hard for me. We are now going to prime our eyes with a tiny little baby Tarte. I know this is really light. that's okay. Just gonna blend it, forget it and blend it. This is a really good alternative to primer in all honesty. If you don't want to spend extra money on eyeshadow primer, just kind of invest in a good tarte Shape Tape. And then you want to take a fluffy brush and then you want to put a powder on top, because if you don't put a powder on top, you're going to have a really hard time blending your eyeshadow. And Laura Mercier, really tiny powder. I have like none left. Don't really want to use it, but here we are using it. Don't need a lot. You're just powdering it so you know the eyeshadow is just going to go on really nice. Really horrible to put a cream base like Tarte and then start doing your eyeshadow. Gonna blotch, it's not gonna blend. Once you put that powder on, it's like bam! Blend like no tomorrow. Now we're gonna take my new Morphe palette. I just got it. Morphe on top, and the little cover, plastic cover, it's removable. It has all the names on it. So then I'm just gonna show you what this bad boy looks like. I have not touched this palette at all. I haven't even swatched it. I'm just that confident in it. But I'm just gonna do a safer look that I usually do right now before I decide to experiment with it. Let's just start out with a two lighter shades right here. Boom and boom. It's Upfront and Creams. I'm gonna start with those. So take a fluffy eyeshadow brush. No idea where it came from. You're gonna dip, swish, swish, swish. Now we're gonna go with Step Up. So this one right here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna lightly start doing this motion from here to here. It's gonna create a really nice transition shade. See where I'm kind of like holding it? You're gonna get a lighter touch holding it. Really, it's up to you, whatever you feel comfortable with. You can do this, you can go a little faster, you can do circles. I've seen a lot of people do circles. I like to do this motion right now, especially if you're working with a transition shade, and then kind of buffer out those edges so you have a guaranteed soft edge. You never want to go like this, wiping down like this. Try to have your eyeshadow be moved this way. Okay. It's just a little more natural because it's how your natural eye shape is going. Mine doesn't. Mine goes that way. But I don't want my eye to droop more. That's the opposite of what I want to do. Once you kind of do that, start to kind of pat and work your way towards the center of your eyeball. And that's going to also work the color in the corner. I'm not going to use a crap ton of colors. I'm going to take dark, gonna deepen that corner up, and to make sure that too patchy, too dark, you're gonna use a really light taps at first. Start to blend that out. Stay in this corner for a little bit. I'm kind of just like sweeping it this way too. You kind of want it to curve this way and then curve this. I kind of like how this is going. This might be a little too dark for some people, but I'm just kind of showing you how to use two shades, one transition and one a little bit darker, to just kind of create a simple look. I might just like stop here right now. I wanted to just try something really simple just for my first look. I'm gonna work on the other eye and then I'm gonna do my eyeliner and I'll be right back. So now both eyes have same exact brown, same exact techniques on both. What we're going to work on now is the area from here to right here. So just kind of from the corner of your tear duct to half of your eye. Normally what people do is you put a shimmer shade. So we're going to go a little bit more simpler with the shimmer shade. Stick with my tried and true shimmer shade from the Urban Decay Naked palette. I'm actually going to work with a sidecar. And I usually like to do shimmer shades with my ring finger. The reason I like to do is I feel like it doesn't diffuse the shimmer in it. You're packing it on. And we're going to pack it on like this. And if you're worried that it's not blending in correctly, take one of the brushes that you use your brown shades with, and you're just going to kind of diffuse the edges. And yeah, you just have a really pretty shimmery middle section. I usually like to take a little bit lighter shades. So this is my Becca Cosmetics Opal highlighter. And what we're going to do is we're going to place it in the middle. And then you're just going to tap it. So what this is going to do is it's going to hit the light correctly, and it's just kind of a little bit more dimension in your eyeball look. And you're going to put this right under your eyebrow. It kind of defines if you have some sort of eyebrow bone, which I don't have. So kind of essential that I do that step. Now we're going to work on our eyeliner. I'm going to get that prepped and ready so it can go a little quicker. I do a different way of doing my eyeliner, so just be warned here. See how I have tape here? I'm not very good at doing wing eyeliner without this tape. We're actually going to use the Carbon Black L'Oreal Paris Infallible Never Fail eyeliner, 16 hour. Carbon Black was the color. And we are just from here and maybe work on a wing eyeliner, but I'll just do a line right here. So you're going to kind of just follow. And then do a waterproof liquid eyeliner on top because it stays better. You can like start from the tape and work down like this, and you can get a sharper edge. So I'm working from the tape and I'm going down. And then this is where I'm going to take my tattoo liner by Kat Von D. Honestly, best waterproof liner I've ever had. I have really watery eyes. This stuff, ooh. Is it waterproof? Is it waterproof? Just going over on what you did with the eye pencil. Next, we are going to curl our eyelashes and do falsies. These are Ardell lashes from Target. What lash glue? This lash glue looks horrible. It's a duo brush-on adhesive with vitamins lash glue. Kind of looks, I don't think you can see it. It looks purple right now. And when it starts to dry, it gets clear. So you kind of want to wait 30 seconds maybe. Let it dry a little bit. Drying makes it tacky. If you put it on too early, it's going to slip off. Trust me. I put on my lashes, and it's important to kind of put it as close as possible to your lash line. And then once I put on these lashes, I tight lined my under eye, and I again just use the same pencil. And tight lining is when you're putting the eyeliner on this waterline under your eyelashes. So I'm gonna work on the other eye and finally start our face. So our eyes are almost done now. I ended it actually by putting mascara on my top lashes to combine my natural and then the falsies together, and I used the Ardell volumizing mascara. We're gonna move on to our face now. I already wet my beauty blender. It's damp still, which is what you want. You don't, I'm squeezing it and there's not water coming out. So we already put our primer on. We already prepped our skin with the MAC. Move on to the L'Oreal Paris Magic Skin Beautifier BB Cream Anti-Redness. It's going to cancel out the color. You're going to take your beauty blender, and you're going to just pat, 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 pat. Remember what I said, we're not rubbing this way. It does make a difference once you put everything on. Now that we have that on, we're going to finally start foundation. What I use for foundation is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. It looks like this. It's in 220. I'm in a natural beige. This is like my summer color, and then this is like my winter color.
I just love pink bronze, guys, sometimes.
I just use the back of my hand because it's easier and I can just wipe it off. Just a little dollop like that. Then you can take your beauty blender and you're gonna just dip ever so slightly. And then you're just gonna start patting that product in. Better to just do layer by layer than try to do too much at once and it ends up looking cakey. You want a natural finish. To get that, you want to do a light layer first. So now that my face is just, we're gonna work on concealer. Sharp, tart, cheap tape.
Sharp, cheap, tart, cheap tape.
Bare neutral, and then my tart cheap tape in medium. And we're gonna combine them to create a very natural concealed look. I like to just do the dot effect. Some people like to do the triangle, and then use the dots of like a little bit darker concealer. Combining it is actually a really good tip and trick to make it a little bit more natural looking, you know. For the under eye, do you see how I'm going like this? I'm working up, not down. Alright, so now we have our concealer on. We're gonna work on powdering that. So you can take your Laura Mercier powder like that, and you're just gonna go under your eye and just kind of pat it in. The reason you are powdering is not only is your makeup gonna stay in place, but it's going to give you that really smooth finish that you're wanting. And I'm powdering the places that I put that concealer in. You usually put it right here. Always happens. We brush our powder away. We are now just going to work our bronzer. So Hoola Benefit Mini Bronzer. And we're going to work on bronzing. I usually do this. When I was doing this, I was using a very light hand. You want to work from here to here, and you kind of want to swoop it up. Never ever want to pull your makeup down. And I like to chisel out my chin. I always like to just kind of contour around the edge of my face like this. It's warming up my face, and now it's giving me a little bit more life and dimension in my face. So we're going to take that bronzer and we're going to work on contouring our nose ever so slightly. And sometimes I actually just use the bronzer brush to contour my nose. We're going to work on our blush, and I just got new blush. So excited. It's the Bare Mineral Gen Nude blush. I'm going to take another one of these brushes. With blush, you kind of just want a light hand. I like to tap again with my blush. You want to work kind of towards your temple. We are going to work on our highlighter with my new fan brush. And we're going to use the same highlighter we used for our eyes. We're going to spray with some Prep and Prime. We're going to dip it like this. And then on our nose. We're going to now spray our face before we do our lips. So we're going to spray with the MAC Prep and Prime, and then we are going to fan it. So we are almost done. For under eye, we're just going to use same brown color and just mascara. So let me go do that really quick. Alright, so I have my under eye and my mascara under my under eye, and I forgot to mention another big reason why you should definitely invest in a good fix spray or, you know, finishing sprays, because it's gonna melt all those powders that I had on my face and make my skin look really natural and not as powdery as it was. Once you put it on, it just makes the look like your skin. Sometimes people don't want that, and they like the full coverage, and that's fine. Now we're gonna do our lips. We're gonna finish off with it. Just got my first Kylie Cosmetics So we're gonna do that. So this is the lip liner. So we're gonna line our lips. You can kind of go like this and line it, or you can just kind of naturally follow your shape. So I just lined it, and sometimes you can see on like Instagram videos and stuff that people like put those, put like contour lines on their lips. We're gonna take our Kind Cosmetics lip liquid matte. We are going to spray ourselves one more time and fan ourselves, and then we are done, folks. Alright, and that's the final look we have. It's a little bit natural glam maybe with the eyelashes. I know like no one really likes to go that route. If you don't want to do the eyelashes, you don't have to. This is just kind of how like I like to do my makeup. If I'm going out or something and I don't really want to do anything too crazy, it's really up to you what you want to do, what you're comfortable with. Makeup is like, that's why we have makeup. It's for you, it's for experimenting. But I really hope you enjoyed this video. It's my first video. I really wanted to do this, and I'm kind of really glad I got to sit down. I'm just really glad I got to film it and just try it out. Subscribe, watch other videos of makeup, support other makeup, small, big beauty gurus, and get whatever advice you can. I've kind of just combined what I've learned from watching, oh my god, how many YouTube videos, and I just wanted to share some with you. I've done so many mistakes with makeup, and some people might not like some of the things I did, some of the techniques I said to do, but it works for me right now. I could learn new ones, and I could love to learn the new techniques. But this is just kind of what I've discovered works for me, and it could hopefully work for you. I hope to see you soon. I hope to film soon if I have the courage to do another video. Subscribe, and yeah, thank you so much.